How's it going, everybody? I'm back. I'm making this video because I've seen so many comments, and as far as when I made a video about how cops commit crimes to stop you, I kind of read some things. I uploaded a video 3-4 days ago, or maybe more than that, maybe like not even a week. I know it's less than a week, but on LiveLeak, and I got in 2 days I got like 50,000 views. Okay. And a lot of comments were, oh, you're crazy and this and that, whatever the case may be. And a lot of them were, that's awesome, a little bit of everything. But my point is that, so I'm making this video to show how cops commit crimes in order to stop you. Okay? Now, none of this is legal advice. If you want legal advice, go get yourself an attorney. That will never probably tell you this stuff here because they make money off of ripping you off, in my opinion. This is only for entertainment purposes only. Alright, let's go. It says right here, come on, let's get busy, people. File a claim for damages for false imprisonment. They are forcing you to play cops and robbers. Get paid for your time. We have long acknowledged that stopping an automobile and detaining its occupants constitute a seizure within the meaning of the Fourth Amendment, even though the purpose of the stop is limited and the resulting detention quite brief. Delaware versus Prowse. Berkemer versus McCarty. For purposes of Fourth Amendment analysis, there are basically three categories of police contacts with individuals: consensual encounters, detentions, and arrests. Wilson versus Superior Court, 1983. Consensual encounters result in no restraint of an individual's liberty whatsoever. Hence, an officer is not required to have an objective justification to stop a citizen. Now, okay, let's not worry about definitions like citizen and people and this and that. Let's just read what it says, okay? I know it still does matter, but let's just roll on. Detentions are seizures, okay? Now, like I said, let's just read what it says and don't worry about if you're sovereign or if you're one of the people or about no straw man, because what I do and why I win is because I use their laws against them. If they say citizen, fine, I'll be a citizen. See, the way they can't do certain things against citizens, so if they want to claim I'm a citizen, why I still got rights? Now, I know people want to argue about that, but hey, you do what makes you happy, I'll do what makes me happy. If you win, you win. If I win, I win. Alright? People versus Varon. Okay, it says, it is true a temporary detention constitutes a seizure of the person subject to the constraints of the Fourth Amendment. Terry versus Ohio, 392 U.S. 116. People versus Bremer. 30 Cal Lap, 3rd, 1058. Appeals of California. The Fourth Amendment applies to all seizures of the person, including those consuming no more than a minute. United States versus Brigdoni, Ponce, Supra, 422. People versus Spicer, 157 Cal Lap, 3rd, 213. California Peace Officers Legal Source Book, Revised 1, 2007. Detentions, stops. Definition. A temporary detention or vehicle stop is a limited seizure of the driver. That is something less than a full arrest, but more substantial than a simple contact or consensual encounter. Wilson, 1983, 34 Cal 3rd, 777. A detention exists, number 1, when you assert authority over a person in a way that a reasonable innocent person would feel compelled to submit to, and 2, the person in fact submits. Hodari D. 1991. Example: activating your red lights does not constitute a stop or detention until and unless the driver complies by pulling over, and his behavior during that interval, such as attempting to flee, may properly be considered in determining whether the stop was supported by reasonable suspicion. Smith. California Vehicle Code, Division 17, Offenses and Prosecutions, Chapter 2. Procedure on arrests. Okay? And it goes to 40300 through 40313. 40300. The provision of this chapter shall govern all peace officers in making arrests. In red. Whenever a person is arrested for any violation of this code not declared to be a felony, or for violation of ordinance of a city or county relating to, you guys can read the rest, the arresting officer shall prepare a triplicate. All that matters is what's in red, realistically. If the arrestee does not have a driver's license, or other satisfactory evidence of identity in his or her possession, the officer may require the arrestee. So you've been arrested and you are the arrestee. 40504A. Now you guys can look this up, okay? The officer shall deliver one copy of the notice to appear to the arrested person and the arrested person in order to secure release. Here we go. Thereupon, the arresting officer shall forthwith release the person arrested from custody. Reasonable suspicion is formed by specific articulable facts which, together with objective and reasonable inferences, form the basis for suspecting that the particular person detained is engaged in criminal activity. Now, sorry if I'm reading too fast, but it's a lot of stuff here, and I only got, what, 10 minutes? Well, 5 minutes left, if that. USA versus Lopez Soto. To detain a suspect, a police officer must have reasonable suspicion or specific articulable facts which, together with objective and reasonable inferences, form the basis for suspecting that the particular person detained is engaged in criminal activity. USA versus Michael. Okay. Now you guys can look all this stuff up. It's there. Okay. Now it has to show how they have to be in some kind of criminal activity. Okay. Now I'm gonna go scroll down here. I mean, it's a lot. Hey, look at what's next. My favorite part right here. Further, infractions are not crimes. Upon the rationale that legislature did not intend to classify infractions as crimes. People versus Sava. Okay. Court of Appeals, 4th Appellate District. Nor do we question the validity of the search for weapons and subsequent arrest of the defendants if their initial detention was authorized. They'll use, of course, little certain words here to throw people off and say, well, what is authorized? People versus Michelson. And then this is right here. Although we find sufficient indications in this case that defendants were engaged in some unusual activity, we do not find sufficient suggestion in the record that their unusual activity was related to crime. In order to justify temporary detention for investigation and questioning, a somewhat more positive showing of a rational suspicion of criminal activity is required than the one disclosed in the present record, which is the case, which most likely has to do with the police report. People versus Hens. Okay, let's break this down. You're rolling down the road and peace officer activates his patrol vehicle's red lights and you come to a halt. That's a seizure according to the California and U.S. courts for 4th Amendment and Article 1, Section 13 of California Constitution. Sorry people, I'm in California, so that's why I'm doing California. A seizure without a warrant is presumed to be invalid under the 4th Amendment and Article 1, Section 13 of the California Constitution. In that situation, the burden is upon the government to prove adequate justification for the warrantless seizure. This can only be done if the state proves that the warrantless seizure falls within one of the few specifically established and well-delineated exceptions to the warrant requirement. Okay, I don't want to read too much because then everybody's going to try to beat all these stickers like me, but they can't. Okay. The traffic violation for which defendant was stopped could not provide the basis for a lawful arrest. Procedure on arrest for traffic violations is specified in Division 17, Chapter 2 of the Vehicle Code, commencing with Section 40300. I'll let you guys look that up, okay? Now, it goes further and shows certain things that I'd rather not show. So, you know, I don't want too many people getting upset that I'm even exposing this. But when I say certain things, I say them for a reason. And just because I haven't filed my criminal charges yet or my lawsuit yet, it does not mean it's not coming, Glendale, just so you guys know. But the point is that officers do commit crimes to stop me. It's my opinion. And I'm very nice when I don't file charges. So, that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean I can go crashing into people, crashing into cars, and any of that crazy kind of stuff. But I do want everybody to know that it's just a matter of researching and looking up what you're fighting. Because if you don't know the law, there is no point. Just pay your damn ticket and shut up. That's it. And if you're not going to fight all the way, don't waste time. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and have a great day.